Hi, I'm Maggie Olson from Wellness Adventuring LLC, and this is Love from Maggie. So, today I'd like to talk with you a little bit about presence and specifically staying present during difficult times. When you're going through a period in your life of change, let's say, whether it's a change that you chose or whether it's something that kind of came along without any choice on your part, without any um, desire on your part. It's just kind of here. It can feel a little bit like standing on the edge of a diving board or like standing on the edge of a cliff. And you look down, and all of a sudden it's just completely overwhelming. And in situations like that, it's so tempting, it's so easy to check out in the form of your choice. So maybe you're just gonna kind of watch TV all day, and that's gonna be your escape. Or maybe you're gonna pour yourself another glass of wine in the evening, and that's gonna be your escape. Maybe it's your favorite book. Really, the options are endless, and the common theme behind them is that rather than kind of breathing through the situation, rather than really being in your body and in yourself on the edge of this cliff, you have checked out. And I'm not here to beat you up for that. I'm not here to, tell you that you're wrong or to tell you that you're bad. That's really not how I roll. That's not how Wellness Adventuring rolls. But what I want to talk about instead is the kind of magic that can happen if you let yourself stay present in these situations. So you are probably going to be dealing with a lot of emotions, and they're going to kind of hit you wave after wave after wave. Fear, anxiety, anger, grief, all of these feelings that can just be totally overwhelming and paralyzing, really. And when you're in this phase, it's really okay to stop, to pause, and to take stock of what you have. What are you feeling? What are your resources? What are maybe your next steps going to be? What's the tiniest little baby step forward that you can take right now, and do that? And then you pause again and take stock again and really let yourself sit in that pause. So an example that I want to give you is that recently I got hit in the heart with something. And what I did was I decided the only thing I could do to move forward that particular day was to take a walk. And instead of putting my earbuds in my ears and listening to my favorite music, which can be really rallying, I chose instead to just notice as much as I could with all 5 of my senses on this walk. So really feeling the ground under my feet, feeling the air coming into my body, feeling the little flakes of snow on my face, because even though it's April, I live in Chicago, so of course it was snowing and cloudy. And just really taking in the views around me. And the most magical moment happened on this walk, and it was that I smelled hyacinth. Just for a moment, I caught the scent of my absolute favorite flower in the entire world, and right there, my day changed, because suddenly I had this moment of joy. Just this is my favorite flower, and because I paid attention to it, I had a reminder that there are still beautiful things in the world. There are still wonderful things in the world. And for the rest of my day, I felt better. And just remembering it now, it brings me this sense of joy, this sense of peace. And that's really the magic of presence. Because however long it takes for me to get through this particular chapter in my life, and I'm in the middle of my story. I can't say how long it's going to last right now, but I know that it won't be forever. But I do know that years after this chapter is over, years after I'm through this particular walk through fire, I'm going to remember that moment when I was having a hard day and I smelled my favorite flower and the world was bright again. And that is presence. Those little moments that just give you hope. They let you continue on. And it's all because you stayed here. It's because you stayed in the moment, you stayed in your body, and that really, really gives you these tiny, tiny little victories that build on each other. Really. It's truly amazing when it starts to happen. And just do what you can. Do what you can. And trust that it's going to build on itself. And trust the process. But really, whenever you can, for as long as you can, just let yourself take it in. Let yourself stay. Let yourself pay attention. And let the magic happen. Thank you so, so much for watching. I am honored to be here week after week with you. And have a wonderful, wonderful week. And for those of you who are experiencing spring, enjoy it. And for those of us in the Midwest, it's coming. I know it's coming. Thank you again. I'm Maggie from Wellness Adventuring LLC, and this is Love from Maggie.